Hey, what's up, guys? Eli Fishman with Talking Ball Interviews on YouTube. Back with another interview. Today, I'm glad to be joined by Oklahoma University Sooners pitcher, MLB Draft prospect for the upcoming draft, Cade Cavalli. Cade, thank you so much for coming on today.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you setting this up. I'm excited.
So, how you doing right now during this time, and how you preparing for the draft? In this tough time where you can't really get outside, play ball, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm doing good. The whole fam is healthy, so can't complain there. Obviously, this is bigger than baseball. What's going on? But I got a set of dumbbells at home. A lot of body exercises, just stay in shape. Running a ton. My buddy Cole Franklin lives down the street. He's I think like number 7 right now in the Cubs prospect. In the Cubs organization. Yeah, so he lives right down the street, so we get to work out together, play catch. We actually ended up setting a bullpen in his backyard, and my brother's been catching me. My brother don't play anymore, but so he's catching us, and then I have buddies coming in all the time from whenever I was younger. We grew up together, and they all play baseball still, so we're all working out together, so it's been nice.
Who are you talking to right now in terms of the draft? Do you have phone calls, Zoom calls every day? What's the situation?
Yeah. So it's been pretty much every ball club. But they're all doing Zoom calls, which I enjoy because, you get to do it face to face.
Yeah.
And I always like putting a face to a voice, and they're getting a chance to know me better. I'm getting a chance to know their organization better and the guys who are in the organization. So I think these Zoom calls are actually extremely helpful. They can screen share, go over analytical stuff with you. For me, a lot of it has been a lot of mechanical talk, and also just getting to know you as a person. So it's been I love the Zoom calls a lot, and I think that they're going to keep doing it.
Are you reading all the articles about the draft? And are you, do you look at, I think Jim Callis does either every other day or every week his mock draft. Are you looking at those?
Yeah. I have people that will send them to me, and then obviously on my timeline on Twitter and Instagram, they'll just pop up. I'll be like, oh, there I am. So it's very hard not to look at it. I'm not trying to. Honestly, I don't think these mock drafts. I think they're in the ballpark, but I think some of them are a little off, and some of them, some of them high, some of them low. But we'll see. Once it gets closer to draft day, they're usually spot on. But we still got a lot of time left. I just wish we were playing, so we could move up through performance instead of. I don't see what blows my mind is how people are moving up and down like 20 spots, and we're not even playing. I'm like, I want someone to explain that to me, but I don't know.
For Oklahoma, how heartbreaking was that to finish your college career? Unless maybe you'll go back. I don't know if you have any doubts in your mind, but is that tough for you to come into this draft after not really being able to play your junior season?
Yeah, it's bittersweet because, I've worked my whole life to go be able to play professional baseball. I'm ready to get that journey going. My end goal is not even the major leagues. I feel like I'm gonna be a Hall of Famer. So the major leagues is just a step for me, but it's for sure a dream. But also, I always grew up a Sooner. I got to go play college baseball there, and I think this year was a year that we were unbelievable. Our staff was incredible. I think it was the best in the country, or right with the best, and we had a ton of experience at the plate, and it was showing. I think we ended up 14-4 and beat a lot of good teams. And we had a lot of young guys step up, which is huge. Whenever you get deep into the season, you got to have those guys step up, and they did it early on. So we were looking unbelievable. Everyone was just getting better each game, it felt like, and the culture that was the biggest thing. We had great chemistry on the team. The culture in the locker room was unbelievable. Everyone loved each other. Everyone was fighting for the same goal, and we all knew it was realistic. We had a winning mentality, and it was very competitive. So it stinks leaving that team because we were legit, and I think a lot of people in the country knew that. I think we ended up at number 9 or number 10 in the country, and we were just working our way up. And it stinks that the season ended like that, but I know that a lot of people, due to the draft being only 5 rounds this year, a lot of people will be back. And I think we had 4 of the top 60 recruits coming into OU, and some of them might make it on campus. And I mean, that ball club next year is going to be unreal too. So I'm looking forward to them hooking it up. I'm always going to be at their back, so it'll be fun rooting for them.
The fact that you were a two-way in college, at such a big D1 is extremely impressive, and that you succeeded at both. So in 2019, I got your stats right here: 5-3 with a 3.2 as a pitcher, and then at the plate, 319, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers. How do you go out there and succeed with both positions?
Honestly, it's a lot of it's a mindset. Whenever I'm on the bump, I'm a pitcher. I'm not worrying about at-bats or anything. And I didn't hit whenever I pitch. Skip, he's like, on Fridays, you'll just pitch. Saturday, Sunday, midweeks, you'll hit. And you got to have the right mindset going in. And you got to treat your body extremely well. It's very physically and mentally demanding. So each week, I was doing a whole lot. And that was also why I kind of stopped hitting this year, just because I was like, it was physically demanding. I was trying to just put all my eggs in one basket. That's how I explain it, into pitching, because I feel like that's what I want to do with my career. Fell in love with pitching.
I saw that you were up to 98 as recently as this season. Fastball, curveball. Talk to me more about your pitches, velocity, and are you working on anything else? How are you developing those pitches into better?
Yeah, that's a good question. So yeah, the velocity. I kind of backed that down a little bit from the fall. From the fall, I was mostly, here's the big thing. So for me, it was effort level on the bump. I could go throw it 100%, and it wasn't as efficient. So I'd be anywhere from 97 to 100, 101. I topped out in the fall. And in my command, it was control and not necessarily command. There's a big difference in pitching. So I kind of backed it down. I was like, I'm going to go pitch at 70 to 80%. Felt very efficient on my body, which helped with recovery, but it also sharpened up my pitches. And my command shot through the roof. I mean, I could put the fastball where I wanted at that 70, 80% effort level. And what that transitioned into was sitting 94 to 97, touching an 8 here and there whenever I wanted to go get it. But I felt like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball commanded extremely well. Was better than 97 leaving over the middle or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was a big thing for me. And then at that 70, 80% effort level, my off speed actually got sharper, got more efficient, and my body just felt like it was moving really well on the mound. And I was recovering week to week. Unbelievable. I mean, I remember my sophomore year, some Fridays I'd go into it. I'd be kind of hanging from last week because I was going 100% or whatnot. Didn't have the best mechanics. I cleaned some stuff up there going into this year. But yeah, so it was a really good transition. Dude, I'm truly like 2 years into this pitching thing, like just focusing on it, because I didn't pitch very much in high school. Pitched 12 or 13 innings my freshman year. So it was kind of always in the background. Out of high school, I was drafted as a hitter. I was either going to play short or third. And then freshman year at OU, I played first every single day, third a little bit. And the pitching was just in the background. So, I mean, it's been 2 years of actually just focusing on pitching. And I feel like each year I'm just getting better and better. And I think that once I learned how to move my body a little bit better on the mound, thank the Lord, he gave me a good arm that I can go sustain that velocity throughout a game. But, I mean, I think that as I go on at 70 to 80%, I think it's just like, even at that effort level, it's just going to keep going up as I strengthen my body, learn how to use it, learn how to use the mound, and the command will stay there. So I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I got a lot of upside, and I mean, in the future, I picture myself sitting 97 to 100, reaching back, getting a little bit more than that whenever I wanted to. But I mean, I'm excited for the future, and I got to put in the work. That's the biggest thing, is how you prepare, and I'm preparing hard for it. So,
are you 100% going pro? Because there's everything going around about how this MLB season is going to be, there's so much up in the air. So, are you 100% confident?
I'm pretty confident I'm gonna be going pro, but I got great opportunities. They gave us a year eligibility back in college, so if something goes haywire in the draft, I always got that. Um, and then there's, but I'm ready. I'm ready to get my pro career started. It's something I've dreamed of. It stinks because that's not how I wanted my college career to end, but I'm ready for the opportunity, ready to get after it and get better in that area.
I saw on Instagram that you're a barber on the side too. You like doing cuts. What's something else about you that's off the field a little bit unique or that a lot of people don't know about?
I love to hunt and fish. That's pretty much what I do in my free time. If I'm not cutting hair, I'll be hunting or fishing, and then just hanging out with friends.
All right, I got a couple hypotheticals for you since you're a two-way guy. What's worse, infinite ERA, where you can't get out of an inning, or golden sombrero?
I think the infinite ERA, because if you think about it, you get this golden sombrero. You probably get to go the next day and try to fix it. Pitching, you in college, you got to wait a week. You sit on that, and you're like, dude, what just happened? So that like after a bad start, you get to dwell on it for a week. But that was also a big learning moment for me. Not to dwell on it, because all you could do is just get back to work, and that's the mindset I took into it. But I think that the infinite ERA would be a little worse than the golden sombrero.
How about walk-off, grand slam, or no-hitter?
I would a no-hitter. I would go with a no-hitter. I got to witness one this year. Dane Acker, our Sunday guy, he threw one against LSU, and that was truly one of the coolest things I've ever seen in baseball. You just felt the energy in the ballpark. It was crazy. We were in the dugout. It was just giving me chills, and then it happened, and we just went berserk. It was so cool to see. Yeah, but I've never seen a walk-off grand slam, so I don't know how that. I think it depends what kind of game you're in.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a World Series walk-off grand slam, that'd be a little different. But right now, I'd have to go with the no-hitter.
All right, man. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. Best of luck to you. I look forward to seeing you on MLB Network in a couple weeks on the MLB Draft.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.